This is your family's first and most important line of defense against Mother Nature. When she strikes, make sure you call the people that I trust, my family and friends at Exterior Home Solutions.
That is the Exterior Home Solutions Extra Innings. Tennessee falls on a Sunday in heartbreaking fashion, 7-6, falling in the series finale and dropping the first SEC series of the season by 2-1. Again, Eric Kane here on the Exterior Home Solutions Extra Innings, local and trusted since 1999. And I know it's frustrating. Tennessee had chances this weekend. Tennessee had chances today specifically to kind of put Alabama away, and it didn't do that for the most part. Still like the resiliency by Tennessee. Once again, goes behind 1-0, comes back and puts across 4 runs in the third inning, and a lot of that was coming off a bases clearing double by Dylan Dreiling and Robin Villeneuve. He was able to get in a sack or an RBI double as well to put Tennessee up 4-1 at that point in time, and Alabama came back, scored 2 in the bottom of the third. Tennessee still held that lead. They tied it in the fourth, and it was a tie ball game all the way up until the seventh, when Tennessee had the bases loaded, however, or runners at second and third, I can't remember, and Kavoris Tears comes up, and yeah, he doesn't extend his hit streak, but he does his job. A 4-3 ground out gets the go-ahead run ahead, and Tennessee led 5-4 there briefly until the bottom of the eighth inning, when it was a 3-run mammoth home run by Gage Miller off Nate Snead, and that's kind of all she wrote. Tennessee did threaten again. Top of the ninth inning, you had the bases loaded. You had a bases-loaded walk by Dylan Dreiling that brought another run in at 7-6, had the tying run just 90 feet away in Colby Backus, who was pinch running for Blake Burke, but ultimately it was a strikeout there by Kavaris Tears earlier and a strikeout by Robin Villeneuve to end the game, and that's all it was. Tennessee this weekend hitting with runners in scoring position was not good. It wasn't, and that's frustrating. Tennessee hitting with runners on was not good overall in the weekend. Started out better today, but not good overall in the weekend. And Nate Snead was not his best today. Now, there's a lot of people complaining and talking about, how Tony made the mistake yet again. Frank Anderson made the mistake yet again, leaving a reliever in one batter too long, or leaving a pitcher in one batter too long. And I mean, I hear you. It's okay to be frustrated. But in my opinion, that's one of the oldest arguments in the sport. Fans will always say that. My question for anybody here watching would be, who would you go to in that situation? Because I'm not sure I would have done anything differently. I mean, it stinks. I recognize Nate Snead did not have his good game this weekend, but I mean, you're going to go to Combs. Combs has been shaky here lately. Going to go to Marcus Phillips. He's been shaky here lately. Going to go to Kirby an inning earlier. We'll see. I mean, he's been shaky here lately. You went Binky already pitched on Friday. Could he go again here? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But it kind of goes back to what I wrote about in the 3-2-1 last week. Bullpen's going to get tested, and Tennessee doesn't have specific design roles for that bullpen right now, and guys who you really think you can count on. And I think that was a clear, evidence shower right there in the ninth inning there. Whenever you left Nate Snead in the ball game, when maybe you should have went and got him a batter early. Again, I don't get paid millions of dollars to make those decisions. My point is, the question mark and the weakness that you had about this team, it was one of the reasons you lost this game, and that was the bullpen. However, 5-6 runs, a lot of times you need to score more than that to win an SEC game. So, is what it is. A.J. Russell comes in, and, if not for a balk in the first inning, I think that he would have pitched a spotless 2 innings. In his return, he pitched 40 pitches, so that was great to see, and he'll continue to get stretched out. But I think the overarching kind of theme of today's game, it's frustrating, yes, but just one man's opinion here. Don't shoot the messenger. This is my opinion. Learn from last year. I'm not saying Tennessee's going to start 5-10 in conference play, but it was not a good start last year, and it's certainly not going to be as bad this year, in my opinion. I mean, already opening weekend, you didn't get swept. You won your first game. But baseball is a marathon. It is not anywhere close to a sprint. Losing a baseball game is not like losing a basketball game, and it is definitely not like losing a football game. There are 30 conference games on the schedule. You play 3 of them. Losing 2 games, you don't want to lose 2 games, but it is okay. There is a long way to go. So this team needs to come back, hit the road, come back on Tuesday against Xavier, and look good in the midweek, and then you're at home for 2 weekends against Ole Miss and Georgia. And you want to start stacking up those SEC wins. So we'll continue to look at this in the 3-2-1 tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, whenever it comes out. There's a lot that you don't like about this game and about this weekend. I recognize that, and we're going to talk about it. But overall, remember, it is just the start. It is just the start. Appreciate you guys for being with me and following along with our coverage all weekend long. Really do appreciate that. I think we had like 14 pages on the game thread on Sunday, so I appreciate that. We'll come back, game coverage on Tuesday, and of course next weekend as SEC play continues to roll on. Big shout out to Exterior Home Solutions for making this coverage possible. As always, thank you so much, and we'll talk again later. Eric Kane here on the Exterior Home Solutions Extra Innings.